Okay, so tonight I'd like to do two things. The first thing is with Smart Pi, I want to show you, it's a little tricky sometimes to get it to actually deploy. So let's see if we can do it, or not deploy, but to actually interact with it. We're going to try it here. This is just a simple, I guess this is the layout. Let me go to something relatively simple. And let's see, regular templates, simple examples. Let's go to FIFO. So we have this FIFO contract. We import it, and this can be your starting point. Next thing you want to do is run it, and this will run all the tests that we saw the other night. And the next thing, of course, is deploy. Now, what I'm going to do is, what I want to do is, first of all, I want to put it on FlossinNet, not mainnet, and then wallet, faucet, and I'm going to go to the faucet, and what I'm going to do is just get a faucet, get a test, copy, and copy and paste. Just put it there and save it. And then close. And I have my account. In this case, you have to activate it. And that can take a little bit. At least I found it can take a little bit. So while that's doing that, I want to talk to you. Let's see. There is some documentation. Here we go. I think this is it. No, origination, wallet. Let's see if I can get to it. Oh, that's not it. I thought I had this up here. Let's just go to, see if I can get it to go to the documentation. Articles and guides. This is all their documentation here, but let me Google it because I know I had it. Here we go. So this is the reference manual, and this goes through everything here. All the different things. So if you're looking at one of these, and it looks like I have to now reveal the account. And I'm going to bookmark this. So this will, if you're going through one of these contracts and there we go, and there's something you don't understand, if you go to this reference, you know what, I'm going to move this right next to this so we don't get lost. Here's, this reference discusses everything, different command, entry points, etc., etc. Some of the, how you lay out records, container types, so you have lists and all the different things you have here. lambdas, which are essentially just like lambda functions in other languages. They essentially, you define a function that is sort of its own thing. They define a global lambda is one that is a pure function, and then you have one that's not, that can do other stuff, and you define it up here, and then you can use it elsewhere. But here's the thing. So now we want to deploy this contract, and I'm going to give it a little, let's see if this is going to work. All right, so it's deployed. We have an address. Copy that. Open the Explorer and put it in. You have, let's see. When I did it before, is not found. Let's go back here. One can save it and name it. I'll just it did deploy it successfully to the Florence net, and what I find is this can sometimes be tricky. We copied it. Let's go. See if we can go to an Explorer. This is Smart Pi nodes. Let's see here. So if we go to faucet accounts and let's open this account and let's see if it has anything. And account info, it's on FlossaNet, contract calls. Let's see, which one did account did I use? Contract origin. Aha. That may have been the problem. I was looking in the wrong spot. Let's see here if that finds it. And there you go. So you have to make sure you select the right one. So if you select one, like I did this earlier, this is a different TZ, and this is KT. Okay, this is the account. I had to go down here, open the Explorer. We now have it open, so we can build a new transaction. So let's do a push. I don't know if this is going to work because I was playing with this and it did not like it. So now you need a source and select an account. I'm going to try this one, see if it likes that. And so, see, everything's here now. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try. And it did. So you can see, so the key thing is making sure you have that contract ID, open the Explorer, and you need to see this new operations builder. If you don't get that, it has to make sure it's on the right node. But this could be a little bit tricky. I've run into where I put a contract on there and it just won't go. So that's that. I wanted to show you an example of that. The other thing I want to talk about in here, let's see. This is let's go back to our editor. So you have a whole bunch of templates. You have your regular templates for tokens is one example. We have the simple example we just looked at. Protocol, so escrow is an interesting one. Practical use. Different games, small games. And I can tell you this chess one gets a bit involved. I was looking at that. But with the protocols, escrow is kind of an interesting one. And we're going to run that. And of course it's going to run the tests, which create the scenario, create accounts, and Alice is, well, let's see. So, balance on the counterparty, timestamp, that's C1, that sets up C1, and add balance owner, this shows that, add balance counterparty, you can see it ran all the tests. So you can see you can get these, this is a starting point that you can do other things. You can also, they call them reference templates. So things you can look at. Minimal, which is a very simple thing to get you going if you're doing something brand new. Let's see, there are types. There's different things, hash, lambda, tickets. So my guess is this might be something similar to like a non-fungible token, because you can't split up a ticket. That's interesting. SP.split ticket. Okay. I would have thought that this is another example. And a whole bunch of them, which is kind of cool because it gives you can go through these and say, well, what am I trying to do? And you have all these examples right there to look at. Again, the other thing is this, let's see, let me get to it at the end. Again, is this site here that goes through, if you don't understand something, you can go look it up here. And the only thing it doesn't seem to have is maybe a search, which is what you may want, but you can look up different things here, like, let's see, operation, different things, depending on what you're doing. They even have voting power. So this looks like it's something, what do they say? Voting powers, something called powers. Okay, voting powers are different delegates, so that looks like it's the, not validation, the consensus. And all kinds of things, so it's all tickets. content type 2. So it doesn't seem to, so it looks like you can't split a ticket here or join them. So anyway, there's a lot that you can do in this Smart Pi, and again, you can deploy directly to one of these, and you have the option. You can even deploy to a the main net if you want. This is a giganode. So that's the giganode version. And Smart Pi faucet. We'll go with the longer account now. And let's see. Nope. Let's go back. No, faucet. We'll go with this one, which we already know. And the account's loaded. And I think we can just, I would give it a little bigger storage limit. We can just deploy it. Okay, so something it doesn't like with the JSON. I'm not sure what that is. If we go back here, it may not like the GigaNet. So let's try this. See if it will deploy it now. Yeah. And copy that. See if it and not found. No, for some reason, did not. Yeah, this is, for some reason, this has been, let's try saving it. And could be that it is on the right network. Oh, it did not get, you see, we don't see anything green here. I think that might be it. It's not gotten any block confirmations yet. So what's happening is when we go to find it, it can't find it yet because none of the blocks confirmed that, let's see the health of the, so at any rate, again, you have to have it. If we go back here, let's try to see if we got any block confirmations yet. Let's see, initial storage. Let's close that. So have like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, see, this is on there. If it can't find it, and then you can view the node data. So, tells you chain ID, etc. So anyway, hopefully this has been helpful. What I would say is it may take a little bit. My guess is for it actually to find that contract, even though it says it's deployed because it's a new contract. So sometimes it comes, just show it comes instantly. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm not sure why that's the case. It could, but anyway, if this has been helpful to you, please give a like. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, share it with your friends who may be interested. You can see this is a very powerful environment to develop the smart contracts in, but I found it could be a little quirky here, just like where the contract may or may not actually get where you think it's going. So I'm curious about this. I want to understand more why it would or would not decide that it's gonna, show up like this one did as well. So here we go. No, this is a different one. So this contract is on the chain, but anyway, again, hopefully this has been helpful. And take care, and I'll speak to you next time.